The Roman Forum is where Rome was born. For 1,000 years, from 500 BC to 500 AD, the Forum was the downtown and civic center where all the Romans would come to socialize, shop, and worship gods, and it's where senators passed laws. The Arch of Titus was built to celebrate the Roman victory over Israel. The Romans expected the Israelites to worship their emperor as a god, but the Israelites refused. They revolted, and after a short war, the Romans defeated them, took Jerusalem, and destroyed their temple, leaving only the foundation wall known as the Wailing Wall today. They brought home 50,000 Jewish slaves to build the Colosseum and the Arch of Titus. A relief on the arch shows Emperor Titus in a chariot being crowned. The other side shows Roman soldiers bringing back treasures from the temple in Jerusalem, including a menorah. The Basilica of Constantine was a huge hall of justice. Today, only a third of the original remains. In the central hall, the roof was about 130 feet high, which is 55 feet higher than the arches we see today. The hall was as long as a football field. At one end sat a huge statue of Emperor Constantine on a throne. His finger was the size of a person. Follow the Via Sacra to the main square, which stretched to the foot of Capitol Hill. It was surrounded by temples, law courts, government buildings, and triumphal arches. According to the legend, this is where Rome was born. Twin brothers Romulus and Remus were orphans raised by a she-wolf on top of Palatine Hill. They attacked the nearby Sabine tribe. After they made peace, the area became the trading center for scattered tribes. The square was the most crowded area of the Forum. Ancient Rome had a population of more than 1 million, and the Forum is where they came to eat, shop, socialize, and be seen. The Temple of Julius Caesar is where Caesar's body was cremated after he was stabbed 23 times by political conspirators. His funeral was held here, facing the main square. Citizens gathered and made speeches, including Mark Antony. When Caesar's body was burned, his fans threw anything they had into the fire. The fire got so big that the fire brigade had to come put it out. Later, Emperor Augustus dedicated this temple in his name, making Caesar the first Roman to become a god. The Temple of Vesta is one of Rome's most sacred spots. Inside, a fire called the Sacred Flame burned. It was believed that as long as it was lit, Rome would stand. It was tended by 6 priestesses known as the Vestal Virgins. They lived in a 2-story building called the House of the Vestal Virgins, which surrounded a central courtyard with 2 pools. They were chosen from noble families before they reached the age of 10. They were so honored and revered by the Romans that they even had their own box opposite the emperor in the Colosseum. The Vestal Virgins took a vow of chastity, and if she served her 30-year term faithfully, she was given a huge dowry and was allowed to marry. However, if she wasn't, she was strapped to a funeral cart, paraded through the streets, given a loaf of bread and a lamp, and was buried alive in a crypt. These are just a few of the many sites located in the Roman Forum. You can also see several other arches, temples, and the Senate House. Please like and subscribe to my channel to see more episodes in my Tour of Italy series. Ciao!